Right, and we are back. Excuse me. It does look like the VOD worked. It does seem to have audio, so God knows what happened there. Obviously, I'm very glad it's working again because that was annoying having 3 VODs obviously up on Twitch and the audio not working at all on them. And obviously the recording that I had for YouTube, which was my backup, it didn't record the audio for that. So effectively, YouTube missed out actually on a video, which I'm a bit annoyed at, but obviously the last stream was a bit of a disaster because of technical issues. Hopefully everything is fine now though. It seems to be. Excuse me, I'm trying desperately not to cough my lungs up again. Right, anyway, so where was I? We'd made, no we hadn't made the seed, we were about to make the seed for the nitro crystals. Alright, 1 nitro crystal done. Up to the next floor, again we're going to want another drawer and a hopper. So 4 drawer and a hopper. We don't need 2 lots of Insanium farmland anymore. So drawer, hopper on top, stick the Insanium farmland in, stick the seed in there. Why have I got? Okay. Did I already have some in my inventory? I weren't paying attention there because it looked like it placed them but didn't use them. Oh, one is confused. One is very confused by that. Right, well anyway. So we want the fill level. We are going to want to these again. So 1 second. Oh dear me, coughing my lungs up. Again, using the draw key and the quantifying key. The quantifying key, as you can see, it says 1 on it. That's what that does, is it makes it so it shows the number. Locking the drawer with the key to lock it makes it so that if I pull that out, it leaves like a ghost image of it there. So you can never accidentally pull everything of something out. Oh, that is the idea behind the keys. So we'll just do a quick cycle. I will do a quick sleep through the night. So yeah, as I was saying though, Magnum, any seed that you kind of get, it's always worthwhile to just do a mouse over the seed in your inventory and press U and see. And if you want to see what you can do in botany pots, obviously you find the botany pot at the top, click it, and obviously you can see what soil is required for it. As you can see, nitro crystals, it has to be put on Insanium farmland. There is no other farmland you can use for them. While if you go to something like sugarcane, you can see there's a bunch of different farmlands that you can use, and if you hover over them, each one will show you what speed growth boost it'll give to it. But what it should be is SNAD should always be the best for sugarcane. It just is at 1.5. Right, we've got some of the actual crystals. So we will dump that in there and forget about it now. I'll try and go downstairs. Got up some premium farmland and now growing terrasteel seed. Well, you see, you know, there's a lot to do and a hell of a lot to do in mystical agriculture. You got to remember, my setup is for before you could actually stick the different essences into the AMC tablet. So I had to do it old school by growing in bog standard Infernium seeds to grow the Infernium essence, and then literally craft it up until you get the different versions of it. Obviously now, because you can put it into the EMC tablet, obviously that goes a lot very much quicker. But luckily, one of these things here, it's that one, this does my auto crafting of it. So it saves me a job, but ultimately it's something that I can just let it passively do in the background. So it'll make an absolute crap ton of the Insanium essence, and then it'll make a crap ton of the Supremum. And it'll all do it passively. I can literally forget about it because it's in an area of my base that's chunk loaded, so I do not have to think about it. Obviously, I do have ridiculous amounts of EMC, so if I really need a lot of it, I can just pull it out of the tablet. Right, anyway. So we need to make some of these nitro capacitors, which, again, we can do. Very, very easy now. Want actual bog standard crafting for these. So again, you can press use, then click on the item to get the recipe. We need 2 of those. And then obviously use on the pillar. It's got everything else that I need because I can click on it, puts it into the crafting grid, take the item out. Very, very simple. The only thing is that obviously you can only put these into the very basic level of basic, I believe. And then after that, you have to craft them. So what I quite like about Power is that it'll let you get away with doing some of the easy crafting initially with EMC, but it does completely change around into that situation where you do actually have to do some crafting with it, which I actually don't see as a bad thing. And then, like with everything else, you plonk it on. I am going to use my wrench though, and I'm going to change these because I want it pushing energy into them. I don't want it ever to extract out of them because these rods by themselves hold 20 million power in them. And so I want those always ready to go. I don't want there being any backwards and forwards. What was that? I think you're right. Otherwise it'd get quite boring. Again, I always see it as EMC is that it's perfectly fine to use so long as you've done the initial crafting. It's like there is a book in Project E, which is what the tablet is from, where you can effectively copy all the knowledge that I have from my EMC tablet, give it to you, you could then use it, and then you would learn everything that I know in my EMC tablet. And I think that's a bit cheaty. I think, you know, that doesn't help you when you're learning mods and things like that. I might have actually disabled it. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. So I always say craft it first, learn the mod. And then, you know, obviously, because it's being streamed, nobody wants to see me crafting the same thing 50, 60 times. If it was a YouTube video, majority of people would craft one, then do everything off stream and then come back. Well, obviously, because I'm streaming Minecraft, it's obviously much better to be able to pull, you know, craft it once so people can see it. They can always refer back to the YouTube video or one of the VODs. Obviously, VODs only stay up for 14 days, so that's something to be aware of. Main reason why there is a YouTube channel, because otherwise it would be gone. But yeah, so you can always refer back to something on the YouTube video of how something's done. But then after that, do people want to actually watch you craft the next thing again and again and again? No. Hence the reason why Project T is kind of pretty much a stable. I don't think loads of people are that interested in watching people mine for like you know, 6-7 hours on a stream. Because to be fair, if I was doing a new start of a stream and it would be, you know, doing the setup rather than I do the setup off of stream, would people be prepared to sit there and watch me doing, like I said, 6 to 8 hours of me clearing an area or digging out an area? I don't think they would. You know, from feedback that they've had, people have said, you know, people have said, well, aren't you going to do something? So, hence the reason why I don't show them anymore. Majority of the time, I've got a very basic wall around an area. I've normally built one of these standard houses. It's normally got a wooden roof, so it quite often gets burnt down with lightning. And that is pretty much it. Obviously, when we start the next season of this, you'll probably see something very similar. I always build the pink windmill. Maybe not the same design next time. Because people don't call it the pink windmill. I think I might make it a bit longer as well. You know, a bit longer and taller. Clock tower. Well, it's only a little stubby one at minute. See Magnum there saying in chat. The clock tower, I tend to normally build a clock tower. I'm thinking in the next revision of the world, there's going to be just a single clock tower where the fountain would be. And I'm going to make a different design for my main building in the future. Obviously, you're going to have the shopping arcade. That's always the same. I might actually make a bit of a bigger area. Because I kind of have felt a bit more limited with space this time round. So I might have to look at options for that. You know, but that is obviously in the next iteration of the server, which isn't happening for a while. There's still plenty of things I want to be doing on this one. And so that's what we're still playing with at the moment. You know, I've not even finished the docks. I started it. We got Najoma to build the boat. Mattingham shoved some rowboats in. You know, and I basically built the secret tunnel that goes under here, which obviously you got to have the remote that I have to be able to get it. It's like I've not finished decorating this, putting the barrels and things like that in there. So, yeah. So there's still a lot more to be done. But yeah, that's kind of the main thing that I wanted to do with power today. Like I said, it is a bit of a testing stream after we've had some, well, quite a lot of technical issues. Some of them I understand why, other ones I'm not sure quite why they came about. All I can put it down to was the swapping of the technology over to the new capture card. Obviously, it has issues. Star Trek Online really does not like the new capture card. That one has some quite serious issues with it. It tends to crash the capture card and kill OBS. So it's one of those things where I do have to keep my eye on it for that. Obviously, I have to execute that little beep in that. It's me just pressing the button and switching between different PCs. Because obviously, Tamtam was just alerting me to something. I've just dealt with it. So, yeah. So, again, it's, you know, like I said, short stream today. It was more than anything trying to get everything fixed, trying to deal with some of the issues that we had. Obviously, YouTube is back in the loop again after, for whatever reason, it decided that YouTube was no longer going to get any of the streams. Why that happened, I do not know. Luckily, it does seem to be fixed. So, yeah. Oh, thank God for that. That's all I can say. It was one of those things where I classed last stream as a disaster. Mattingham assured me, oh, it wasn't that bad. But honestly, behind the scenes, I was pulling my hair out at why certain things were doing things and causing all sorts of issues. And of course, Mattingham can claim first of the stream because this is technically, this second half is a brand new stream. So there we go. Mattingham's claimed first for the second part of the stream, and he's now claimed it 28 times. Good on him. Right. While I'm here, is there anything that you want me to go through with you, Mattingham, while I'm here, or while I'm online, while I'm streaming, that you think maybe anybody else might be interested in? Because otherwise, I think I will probably call it. We'll be back Friday with Star Trek Online. Again, like I said, there's a lot of things going on in my personal life at the moment. So I am going to kind of maintain Mondays and Fridays stream until I know what's happening in that. Hopefully we'll get some answers this week and it won't be such a stressy time for me. We can hope anyway. Like I said, I do want to return back to normal streaming. I do want to continue doing Mass Effect Andromeda. Obviously, when that comes back, it will be Tuesdays and Thursdays. But obviously, things are a little bit up in the air at the moment. Certain people know. Mattingham knows. But yeah, let's just say there is not good things happening health-wise for certain family members. And, you know, as I always say, real life and family first. And unfortunately, I am putting them first. So streams will probably be a little bit sporadic at the moment. Obviously, keep your eye on things like Discord and Blue Sky for updates and such. Yes, I do have X. I don't use it very much. I've kind of put X more on a back burner because of, you know, Space Karen. What was that? What did Meskin say? Oh, the only thing I wanted is how do you put potty pots on top of drawers? Can only do it if it butts up to the wall. Right. Easiest way, shift right click. So normally you'd place it just by right clicking. Target the top of the drawer, press shift, right click, and it should be able to place it. Because shift is like the universal override, if you like. There you go. Again, it's little things like that that you see people do and it's never really explained. And, you know, again, it's one of those things because I know how Minecraft works. I just kind of assume that most people know it. So it makes perfect sense that, you know, that you ask the question and I'm able to answer it. But yeah, majority of the time, anything that you need to place in the world. So like the food from Farmer's Delight, which I believe all of it now in Farmer's Delight that you can craft are now actual placeable items due to a mod. Again, if you right click it, you start eating it. Well, if you shift right click it, it places it. So again, something to take note of if you decide to, you know, do some culinary displays, if you like. So what you're thinking of doing, are you thinking of changing this area down here into a botany pot area? Maybe a greenhouse? Obviously, light levels do not affect botany pots. You can put botany pots underground and they'll grow. Again, one of the other things that I really like about them. They aren't affected by weather. They aren't affected by temperature. They just grow. Might do it inside the big building. Not sure. Might have to think about it. Okay, fair enough. You've got plenty of space in the new building to do it. Obviously, I don't recommend digging down and trying to plant it in lava. Because that's what you normally do. Plant in lava. So, like I said, that is where I'm going to leave it for tonight. No, that'd be bad. Thanks again. No problem. Anytime, Magnum. Like I said, if you ever need any help with anything or need anything explaining, you know I'm more than welcome to help. And obviously, if I think it might be helpful for people on stream, I might say to you, if you're up for it, we'll do a Teach Mattingham on stream. And then you could possibly stream it as well from your side, because I have no qualms with you streaming this. If you wanted to stream it from your perspective, obviously you can stream it when I'm not streaming as well. I'm more than happy for you to stream off the server. I have no qualms with that. So, you know, Minecraft doesn't take a lot of power. It doesn't require a super duper unbelievable PC. So again, you know, if it's something that you might want to do, stream to YouTube with it, again, you can do. I don't have restrictions like that some people have, that if you're playing on their server, you can only stream if they are streaming. I do not run that policy. If you are on my server, you can stream it to your heart's content, whether I'm there or whether I'm not. Oh, you won't overtax my phone. I hope you're kidding. I'm going to say my phone's more powerful than a 486. Jesus Christ. God. I remember upgrading from a 286 to a 486 and was so impressed. I was like, oh wow, the speed. I was so like, oh my God, this is amazing. I think I played the Wing Commander games on the PC on the 486. And it was one of those games where it felt like move 2 feet or fly from space and land on the tiger's claw, insert a disc, wait for a couple of seconds while it loads off with the disc, then move around the base or talk to people, and then put in another disc, wait for it again. And then the next version of the game came out and it was all on CD, and it was like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be swapping discs every 5 minutes. Came on 6 CDs and you're having to change the CDs every time there was a new movie scene. It was ridiculous. And you sat there and you thought, you know, I've got a whole 20 megabyte hard drive. I could put a lot of this on my 20 megabyte hard drive. Oh dear, then with the day. It just goes to show how far technology has moved on. Well, as you can see here, in other news, it didn't burn me base down. The good old setup that I'd done for the infinite lava source is working. I do believe on my refined storage, one of these, it's not that one, but one of these has liquid storage, fluid storage, and I am thinking I might stick some import hubs underneath these, so I'm always going to have access to lava. Because obviously I'm going to always have access to lava. If I take the lava out of that, because of how dripstones work with a lava source above it, it does give you infinite lava. It just takes time to produce it. So to some extent, I don't have to do that. But if I need to use lava in crafting or anything like that, depending on how many things I might be crafting, I might want a more readable source of lava rather than going, Magnum, go dig in the ground somewhere and find me some lava. So yeah, that's, you know, something that I might do. Might do that off stream because it's not really a big thing. It is literally just putting some, I think it's import with refined storage, liquid import underneath there. Might even drop those down into the ground. Haven't decided yet. Like I said, that's something for future NAS to think about. Obviously, if anybody does have any requests of anything like what they would like me to see and do in Minecraft, obviously you can send me a message or post something on Discord, and I will obviously look at it. No guarantee I will do it, but you know, it might be something that I might consider. There is obviously, like I said, still a lot more that I want to do. I do want to do Ars Nouveau. I do want to do some more occultism. You know. So there is some things that I want to do. And obviously, Magnum, if there's something that you want me to show you today, again, if I've already done it on stream, it might be worthwhile doing it again so that other people can see it. It's kind of like a refresher thing. But obviously, if there's something that, you know, or something that you don't understand that I've created and you want me to go through it, again, that is also something that is obviously an option. But like I said, fundamentally, there is still quite a lot to do. But I am going to be leaving it there for tonight. Next stream will be Friday. Probably the power stuff will be good at some point. Now, when you say the power stuff, do you mean just like my power station, or do you mean all the XNet stuff as well? So all this cabling stuff. Because XNet, it's not difficult to understand, I don't think, but I know some people get very lost in it. That is the only thing I would say. As lots of such as what to do, etc., etc. Okay, well, I didn't show. I don't believe I showed how I set up the auto smelting and stuff like that. What I might do then between now and next Modded Minecraft Monday is in this area here set up a tutorial area, if you like, and show you how it's done. And then one Modded Minecraft Monday, I can then go through it with you and show you it and explain it. And obviously, then if anybody has any questions, be it you or be somebody on stream, I can explain it. So I'll probably set something up in between streams. It's like, I've still not finished the good old tomb. I won't be next Monday as I'm in Copenhagen. That's okay. Good to know, obviously. A bit dark in here. Here lies Mattingham's sex life. Yeah, it's still buried. No. But anyway, so you see I've still not finished the tomb. That still needs work on. I did remember to take the Christmas tree down here. Obviously the bell does work. Because I was kind of like running around doing a few things the other day and I noticed I'd left the Christmas tree there, which I was like, that's bad. But yeah, like I said, that's what I'm going to call it for tonight. I will see you again on Friday, which we will be doing Star Trek Online. Obviously, it could be starting a bit later than normal because every time that I've tried to stream Star Trek Online with the new capture card, there has been issues. Like I said, for some reason, Star Trek Online likes to crash the capture card, but once I get it working, everything seems to be fine. So just be aware, if there is a slight delay to the stream, it is normally down to there being issues with STO. So other than that, take care, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I will see you all Friday. So take care and see you later.